You just had the wedding of your dreams, picked the perfect hashtag, shared your joy with the world. But did you know that seemingly innocent tag could secretly sabotage your career? It sounds like a stretch, something out of a dystopian novel, but the truth is far more immediate and impactful than you might imagine. In today's hyper-connected world, recruiters and hiring committees are increasingly sophisticated in their vetting processes. They're not just looking for red flags. We're about to expose 5 types of viral wedding hashtags that, while perhaps hilarious or heartfelt to your inner circle, this isn't about being overly cautious. It's about understanding the subtle yet powerful ways your personal brand is being evaluated in the professional arena. First up, these are the hashtags that venture into overly intimate, crude, or sexually suggestive territory. Think along the lines of hashtag getting naked with the last name S, hashtag Poundtown Party, or anything that sounds like it belongs on a bachelorette party rather than a public social media feed representing a significant life event. While your closest friends might find these tags uproariously funny or endearing, an HR manager reviewing your application will likely have a very different reaction and a blurring of professional boundaries. In a workplace, this could translate into concerns about maintaining decorum, respecting professional distance, or even the potential for creating an uncomfortable or inappropriate work environment for colleagues. Companies strive to foster inclusive and respectful cultures, and a candidate who publicly broadcasts highly suggestive or crude personal details. It's about demonstrating discretion and an understanding of how your public persona reflects on your professional capabilities. The line between personal celebration and professional perception can be surprisingly thin, and these tags often leap right over it, leaving a lasting impression that's hard to shake. But it's not just about what you say. Sometimes it's about what you celebrate. These are the hashtags that overtly glorify excessive alcohol consumption. Hashtag high on love and other things, or anything that explicitly celebrates getting wasted or trashed. While a celebratory drink or two is perfectly normal at a wedding, responsibility and reliability are dependable, clear-headed, and capable of maintaining professional conduct. Hashtags that trumpet a lifestyle of excessive partying can suggest a lack of maturity or self-control, which are crucial attributes in any professional setting. It hints at someone who might prioritize revelry over commitments, or whose judgment could be compromised in high-pressure situations. In a competitive job market, where every candidate is scrutinized for potential risks, a party animal tag can quickly move you from a maybe to a no. While some celebrate hard, others use their big day to declare their stance on everything. Imagine making last name S great again. While everyone is entitled to their personal beliefs and freedom of expression, for creating a non-inclusive or polarized work environment, companies strive for diverse and harmonious teams where individuals from all backgrounds can collaborate effectively. A candidate who brings strong, potentially inflammatory questions about an individual's ability to separate personal convictions from professional interactions, to engage in respectful discourse, or to work cohesively with a team that may hold vastly different perspectives. In today's workplace, fostering an environment of psychological safety and mutual respect is paramount. And a politically charged wedding hashtag can signal that a candidate might inadvertently disrupt that delicate balance. Speaking of biases, what about those who seem to live in a completely different reality? This brings us to the entitlement and excess tags. These are hashtags that overtly flaunt extreme wealth, materialism, or an entitled attitude. Think along the lines of hashtag billion-dollar babies, hashtag spoiled rotten and married, hashtag rich kids of city wedding, or anything that screams my wedding cost more than your house. While it's natural to celebrate luxury if you have it, turning your wealth into the defining characteristic of your wedding hashtag can be problematic from an HR perspective. Such tags can signal a lack of humility and an inability to connect with diverse colleagues who may come from various socioeconomic backgrounds. It suggests a focus on superficial values over professional dedication, teamwork, and genuine contribution. Employers look for team players who are grounded, adaptable, and capable of working effectively with everyone, regardless of their personal circumstances. An entitlement and excess tag might imply that a candidate is out of touch with the realities of most people, or that they might expect special treatment, struggle with taking direction, or prioritize personal gain over collective success. In a corporate environment where collaboration and a shared sense of purpose are key, a public display of excessive materialism can be perceived as an indicator of someone who might not integrate well into the company culture, potentially fostering resentment or a perception of unfairness among their peers. It subtly communicates a message that can undermine your professional image before you even step into an interview room. And finally, the ones that seem funny but hint at deeper, more concerning issues, the negative Nancy tags. These are hashtags that, even if meant humorously, convey cynicism, negativity, or a generally poor attitude towards marriage or life itself. Examples include hashtag finally trapped him, hashtag #idont, hashtag send help and married, or hashtag ball and chain forever. While these might be inside jokes or attempts at self-deprecating humor among friends, to an objective HR manager, they can paint a concerning picture. Such tags might indicate a person prone to complaining, someone who struggles with commitment, or who possesses a generally pessimistic outlook. In a professional setting, employers seek individuals who are positive, resilient, and constructive. Someone who publicly expresses negativity, even in a jocular way, about a significant life event like marriage might be perceived as someone who brings a similar attitude to their work. This could manifest as low morale, difficulty with problem solving, a tendency to focus on obstacles rather than solutions, or even a lack of enthusiasm for their job responsibilities. It raises questions about their long-term commitment, their ability to handle challenges with grace, and their overall contribution to a positive work environment. While humor is subjective, when it leans towards overt cynicism, it can inadvertently suggest a personality that might be difficult to manage or integrate into a team that values optimism and proactive engagement. So, what does this all mean for your future? And how can you protect your professional image? It means that seemingly harmless wedding hashtags chosen in a moment of celebratory joy can have significant and lasting professional consequences. Your digital footprint is your personal brand, whether you actively cultivate it or not. Every post, every tag, every public interaction contributes to how you're perceived by potential employers, clients, and colleagues. In an era where a quick Google search can reveal more about a candidate than their resume ever could, understanding the nuances of your online presence is no longer optional. It's a critical component of career management. The examples we've discussed are not about stifling personal expression, but about recognizing the broader implications of that expression in a professional context. It's about being mindful that the lines between personal and professional are increasingly blurred, and that your celebratory moments can inadvertently send unintended signals about your judgment, values, and suitability for a role. Before you hit post on that next celebratory moment, or even reflect on past social media activity, take a moment to ask yourself, would my dream employer approve of this? Would this enhance or detract from the professional image I want to project? Share your thoughts on this surprising truth in the comments below. Has a social media post ever impacted your professional life or someone you know? We'd love to hear your experiences and perspectives on this evolving landscape of digital reputation.